Get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Taken from about the 12. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he's got it. And he's brought down. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to...
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jaguars go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In God's territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". On first and 10, it's Pickett. He gets this one to Johnson. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it, and he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville get on offense for the second time here in this game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. To the air on first down with Pickett. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
They'll start out here with the option left, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Lawrence. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Again, it's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. After 7-3 the score. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
We talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting net in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. He's got him in, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 77 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting 3s, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put it in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Pickett right back to the air again. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice game. chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Derek Watt as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. And I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. There's Manhurts, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Pickett. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Pickett now on 1st down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Pickett. That's complete right around the 8. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw, Pickett. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarter...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets him that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. 2nd and 11. A give running right, Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out. By 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they